Welcome to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. Thanks for watching, and here's what's happening. An urban farm in Cleveland's Kinsman neighborhood recently hosted one of the biggest festivals of the summer. Fresh Fest Cleveland was held at a newly revitalized area known as Ridolph Farms. At nearly 27 acres, it's one of the biggest and most popular urban farms in Cleveland. And it's also an area that has undergone a lot of positive changes over the past few years, says David Hester, founding partner of Ridolph Farms. Fresh Fest celebrates the arts and urban agriculture while promoting health and wellness. Its beginnings were humble in nature, but quickly grew into the celebration it is today.
Well, see, Fresh Fest first started off as an education program geared towards improving the community holistically by bringing multiple avenues together holistically to basically bridge the gap. It started off with a group of students that were touring, going through different arts and crafts, music, agriculture, and everything, and then it ended with a Fresh Fest, which is what you're at right now, which brought it all together and made the community come out to kind of see the light that we were putting on the city.
Local activist and author Tracy Bush sees nothing but positives coming from Fresh Fest to a community he grew up in that has seen mostly negatives.
I can remember when this community in this area was basically, you understand, a dead zone, as you would say. And now to see all of the love that have been generated through the organizations that have contributed towards this cause, it gives me great hope for my grands and my great-grands to be able to get this kind of exposure and share it and move on so that they can learn that love conquers all and all of the negativity cannot stop the heartbeat of the community when we have a righteousness in our soul.
As well as being a welcoming festival to all who attended, organizers wanted people to know that it's okay to just have fun.
The Fresh Fest 2021 was about bridging the gap and making sure that everybody could have fun and show each other that when we have fun, things get accomplished and our community gets improved. So that's the goal.
For more information on Ridolph Farms, visit their website at greenghetto.org. Origins of the first motorcycle date back to the late 19th century. The motorcycle has evolved miraculously over the years, and you can witness parts of that evolution at the Year of the Motorcycle exhibit at the Cleveland History Center.
What you see behind you is called A Century of the American Motorcycle, and it is a comprehensive exhibit of, as the name implies, American-built motorcycles that's been loaned to the Crawford Auto and Aviation Museum from the Barber Museum in Birmingham, Alabama, which is at least the United States, if not the world's most premier motorcycle museum.
Motorcycles in their early stages resembled bicycles, and that is really what they were based from.
We're going to be starting sort of right from the beginning of motorcycle technology. This is a 1908 Marsh Metz, and you can see that it still has more or less a bicycle-looking frame, but now the engine has been incorporated into the structure of that frame.
As the years went on, motorcycles started to carve out their own look.
This is a 1940 Indian Junior Scout. Gone are the foot pedals that we see in the early part of the 20th century. The engine is a two-cylinder. They're getting bigger as we evolve through the century. Interesting though, we still have a speedometer that is gear-driven off the rear wheel. They haven't incorporated that into the instrument cluster up here, but we do see foot pegs, foot shifting, and traditional sort of kickstart. But it's a really proper motorcycle now. They're getting lower, they're getting heavier, and easily recognizable as a 20th century bike, but very good looking too.
Now with the continuous advancement of technology, motorcycles have grown from one-cylinder engines on bicycles to fully electric vehicles.
Here we have the 2021 brand new Harley-Davidson live wire electric motorcycle. It's a brand new thing for Harley. They're trying to edge their way into the electric market, and as you can see, it looks like a proper motorcycle, but where you would normally see an engine, you have huge electric batteries and an electric motor. It's a very beautiful bike, it's an expensive bike, and it's a very quiet bike. You won't hear this rumbling down the street like you would with your big two-cylinder Harleys, but it's probably a lot faster. The electric power is instantaneous, it's got huge torque, and they just go like crazy. And this is kind of what we can expect to see in the near future of motorcycle development.
Harley-Davidson is not the only motorcycle company with an electric bike. A local Cleveland company has their own model that's very appealing.
The bike that you see behind me is a recent development of motorcycle design and construction right here in Cleveland. It is a 2020 prototype of a motorcycle called the Land, L-A-N-D, District. They now have kind of developed into doing an all-electric motorcycle development program. It's all built and produced here in Cleveland. The really cool thing is that you can actually program this motorcycle from your smartphone, which is very high tech, and this is a very generous contribution from Cleveland Cycle Works to the Crawford Auto and Aviation Museum, just around our whole motorcycle program. This particular exhibit, the Century of the American Motorcycle, will run through March of 2022. As part of our Year of the Motorcycle program, it will be immediately followed by another motorcycle exhibit featuring British, European, and Asian motorcycles. And that's going to be called the Open Road, and that will run from April 2022 to the end of September or early October 2022. So 6 months for the American bikes and 6 months for the rest of the world.
For more information or to purchase tickets online for the Year of the Motorcycle exhibit at the Cleveland History Center, visit WRHS.org. Food Truck Friday is going on every Friday at the Food Stamp now until the end of September. Cornell Calhoun, III, Cleveland's Arts and Culture Coordinator, spoke with the owner of one such food truck, Island Spice.
Greetings, Cleveland. Cornell Hubert Calhoun III, Arts and Culture Coordinator for Mayor Frank G. Jackson in the city of Cleveland. Today is Friday, and you know what that means. Food Truck Friday. We've kind of panned back a little bit because of the pandemic, and now I call it Friday's Food Truck. Today I'm featuring Island Spice Jamaican Cuisine with the owner, Tamika Stewart. How long has your truck been operational?
Well, I started and I built the truck at the beginning of this year during this pandemic. I started building in April, and I put the truck into production July 2021.
And what are some of your specialties?
We have curry chicken, jerk chicken, we have curry goats, jerk chicken, jerk wings, chicken patty, beef patties, oxtails, just a variety. Oh, we also have our delicious ackee and sawfish for breakfast.
You heard that. Okay, so what other events have you been participating in other than Friday's Food Truck?
I'm also affiliated with Cleveland Heights City Hall. I do their food trucks Monday for the city of Cleveland Heights. And I'm here with Mr. Calhoun on Wednesdays and Fridays. And I also cater to Cleveland Heights and Euclid City Hall as well on Thursdays every other weekend.
And what advice would you give to someone who might be interested in starting a food truck?
My biggest advice is to do your research very well, and know who your vendors are, because there are ins and outs of the food truck. My biggest advice would be, when you're going to invest your money, is to invest wisely, know your build of your food truck and what you need and what you want. I went through El Hodge Custom Food Truck, and you got to know how to ship it, because I got my truck built in Virginia, but I live here in Ohio. So it was causes and kind of obstacles with this shipping, because once you pay for your truck and you get it here, you're going to still put money into that truck to get it how you really want it when you put it on the road. Okay,
and finally, are you happy with the turnout? Are you happy with what's been going on with the food truck?
This food truck is $1 million investment for me, and I am very happy with the turnout. I'm happy with my investment, and I'm also happy to pretty much serve 3 different places in Ohio: Cleveland Heights, Euclid, Ohio, and the city of Cleveland.
You heard it live from Friday's Food Truck. See you next week.
And be sure to watch the latest episode of Frank Talk only on TV20. If you missed the latest episode, don't worry. You can watch current and past episodes of Frank Talk on the TV20 Cleveland YouTube page. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can see all the content TV20 has to offer. And we'll be right back after this. Here are some highlights from the Cleveland City Council meeting of September 20th, 2021. Cleveland City Council authorized the city to set aside a share of its federal funds from the American Rescue Plan Act to develop a citywide broadband network. The city is committing $20 million to the project, though additional funds from other sources are needed. Cleveland City Council authorized the city to enter into agreements with the Greater Cleveland Food Bank to financially assist the food bank's capital improvements at its new center on Coit Road and its existing facility on South Waterloo Road. The city is committed to paying $5 million from federal funds it will be receiving through the American Rescue Plan Act, and Council will discuss whether additional funding in the future is warranted. Cleveland City Council has authorized the Director of Economic Development to enter into agreements with the Northeast Ohio Hispanic Center for Economic Development to provide assistance, through loans and grants, for the Central Via 25 project to develop the West 25th Street and Clark Avenue area. Central Via 25, a collaborative effort between Metro Health, the Hispanic Business Center, Hispanic Alliance, and Metro West Community Development Center, is developing the West 25th Clark area as the economic and cultural center of the Latino community in Greater Cleveland. The stretch south of Clark Avenue to Metro Health contains several vacant buildings and empty land. Cleveland City Council has authorized the Director of Economic Development to enter into a loan agreement with Fairfax Renaissance Development Corp. to provide economic development assistance to partially finance the development of the Innovation Square mixed-use neighborhood project located on the west side of East 105th Street and other associated costs necessary to redevelop the property. The project will consist of 80 units, 20 studios, 44 one-bedrooms, and 16 two-bedrooms. Of those, 56 units, 70%, will be market rate, and 24 units, or 30%, will be workforce housing. Along with the neighboring development of the Meyer grocery store, this will be the first attempt to develop market rate and workforce housing at scale outside of the downtown, University Circle, and near West Side markets. Cleveland City Council has authorized the Director of Economic Development to enter into a loan agreement with the Levin Group to provide economic development assistance to partially finance the development of the former Blanket Mills building on Fulton Road and other associated costs necessary to redevelop this property. For more information on Cleveland City Council, visit clevelandcitycouncil.org. Please join Mayor Frank G. Jackson for his final State of the City address on Thursday, October 7th at 5:30 p.m. at Public Hall, 500 Lakeside Avenue. The annual event allows residents to hear directly from the mayor about his vision for the city of Cleveland. This event is free and open to the public. Masks are required and social distancing protocols will be in place. Visit clevelandohio.gov/SOTC tickets or call 216-664-2500 to register. Welcome back to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. The pandemic has been tough for businesses of all sizes, and it hit small businesses even harder. However, Ashley Wynn decided to start her small business this year so that she could be home more often to take care of her son, who was born with special needs. One day, her daughter asked her to make a cake for her birthday, but Ashley was not confident in her baking abilities. Her daughter's reaction was a fuel to boss up and keep going.
She said, "Mommy, I believe in you. I know you can do it." She was like, "I really, really know you can do it." And so with that, I went to the store, I looked online, I got whatever it is for beginner bakers, and I purchased it, and I put together this cake for her. And the look on her face, it was like, I love this. And I've been baking ever since.
As a resident of the Larchmere neighborhood, Ashley happened to be walking down the street when she saw the available storefront. She knew immediately that it would eventually be Busy Boss Bakery.
I saw it look exactly how it looks. And I said, this is my bakery. Last year, I stepped out. I put all of my savings into this place. And finally, it took us a year because of the pandemic and everything. But we finally had our grand opening July 3rd. So I'm just, excited. I love this space because the foot traffic is amazing. This community is so welcoming and they're so supportive.
Busy Boss Bakery offers a variety of items from jumbo cookie sandwiches, parfaits, cupcakes, and much more.
My top 3, I would have to say, is of course the peach cobbler pound cake. I do love that. You can eat that various of ways. It's good hot, it's good cold, it's good with ice cream, it's good with whipped cream, it's good by itself. I mean, it's just, I'm saying, it's wonderful. My second thing, I think I always leave with a butter pecan cupcake. I have to have that butter pecan cupcake. And then of course the strawberry cheesecake parfait. I like to keep it mysterious because you never know what you're gonna get. You never know what flavor you're gonna, walk and see in the case. And a lot of my customers are really happy about that. They're happy that it's not just boring and just the same thing every day.
Busy Boss Bakery is a place for community interaction, and Ashley prides herself on that.
I need, my customers to come in and give me their smiles. They need a place to be able to give their smiles too. I think that pandemic, having everybody separate and closed in, it did a lot, and it reminded us how important we are to each other and interaction is. So I'm very grateful that although we're not out of the woods, we can still, share and be social with each other because it's so important.
For more information on Busy Boss Bakery or to purchase some of their sweet treats, visit busybossbakery.com or stop in their local shop at 12732 Larchmere Boulevard right here in Cleveland, Ohio. If you're in the market for gear supporting your favorite sports team or you want a special customized t-shirt made, then look no further than Ambitious Inc.
So Ambitious Inc. was established in 2013. I got into this space because I thought that with me being a creative, it would allow for me to do just that, and it'd be something cool that I could pass on to my kids. You know what I mean? Making T-shirts, embroidering hats. That was the impetus for me to get involved. So we offer screen printing, we offer embroidery, we do vinyl decals, we do digital printing. You know what I'm saying? So we're kind of getting into car wraps and stuff like that, and that's kind of it.
When owner Naran Pollard opened Ambitious Inc. in Cleveland Heights, he quickly found himself outgrowing the space, so he closed that down and opened a new one on St. Clair Avenue near downtown Cleveland.
It was a daunting task, and even looking back and from where I started and where I am now, I would say it's been the toughest thing I've ever done in my life. Being downtown, it's a different beast entirely, right? You got a different type of client. There's a greater opportunity. It's just all commercial for the most part.
Not content with just providing marketing material, Naran wants to pass on his knowledge and expertise to other small business owners.
What started out as for me is just making T-shirts and promotional items, which was the passion. The passion then became consulting smaller business or just sharing my story and what I've seen happen and what I felt like I needed to know, and you know what I mean? Because it was just a lot more valuable, a lot more information that needed to be had. Design is everything. You know what I'm saying? One of my mantras is everything is art and art is everything. So if you have a business, a big business, a small business, you need some marketing material. And a lot of time those things start with T-shirts, they start with hats, you know what I mean? Even car magnets, so you can promote your business. And we provide all of those things. You know what I mean? So grow it slow and get as much information from people who've already done it, and prepare to grind, because it's not easy.
Ambitious Inc. is always accepting new clients and custom orders. You can place an order via their Instagram at Ambitious Inc. CLE or by calling 216-350-6665. Cleveland's Midtown is now home to more than a dozen public murals after this year's Cleveland Walls Mural Festival.
Cleveland Walls is a mural festival, an international mural festival that we've been planning for the last 2 years in partnership with Powwow Worldwide and Land Studio. Outside of just doing the mural project, we also wanted to do something that was fun and for the community, so we also have this film festival that's going on to the right of us, as well as a music festival. This opportunity came along for us to be able to work with Powwow, which is this international mural platform, and we thought that it would just be a wonderful opportunity to bring to Cleveland.
23 artists, 11 from Cleveland and 12 invited both nationally and internationally, worked together to create 19 original and unique street art murals throughout the Midtown neighborhood. Local artist Isaiah Williams was one of the invited muralists, and he said the opportunity was vital to Cleveland.
I think it's super vital to any city, especially Cleveland, to beautify it because it makes people feel like they take pride in their city. It gives art has always been a way of generating emotions, capsulizing history and telling stories. So I think it's a good way to bring character and culture and color to a city.
Local entrepreneurs and small galleries also popped up across Midtown for the occasion. For artists looking to make their mark or residents who wanted to try their hand at spray painting, open canvases and free art supplies were provided to attendees, courtesy of the event sponsors.
Kids need that. Whether it's music, art, anything. It's powerful. I feel like it's powerful, and like what these guys are doing here with this, that's in my heart, that means a lot.
The murals are open 24/7, rain or shine, throughout the Midtown neighborhood. For a map of all the murals, you can visit midtowncleveland.org/Cleveland Walls. Finally, if you're into rock wall climbing, you're gonna love this next story. There's a place in Cleveland where you can free climb a variety of different rock walls. It's called Nosotros, and TV20 was invited inside to give you a closer look. Jack King, shift manager at Nosotros downtown, told us that this is the second of 3 gyms, with the first getting its humble beginnings in Lakewood.
So Nosotros, as a company, opened in March of 2018. We first opened in Lakewood, Ohio. We're in the basement of the Baptist Church on the corner of Detroit and Lincoln. That's still up. We opened this location in 2020, right before COVID happened, unfortunately, but still going strong. And then we opened a third location just recently at Crocker Park.
As a rock climbing gym, Nosotros has something for everyone.
Nosotros, we offer several gyms for rock climbing. We are a bouldering only gym, so you don't need ropes or harnesses. We also have weight rooms in the back of both of our locations at Lakewood and downtown Cleveland. We also offer yoga at both of our locations. We offer yoga during the week at Lakewood and on the weekends at downtown.
King says that rock wall climbing is a sport that anyone can do, regardless of skill.
So the climbing community in Cleveland is super inclusive. Anyone is welcome to come in and join. No one's going to turn anyone away. We're just kind of here for each other. And that's something that, especially Nosotros, likes to do. We're a big community gym. We like introducing people to customers. That's one of our 3 main goals. We just like helping each other out.
Nosotros is also a charitable 501c3 nonprofit business, and they work hard to give back to the community.
One of our mottos is we use rock holds to help households. So we try and help underprivileged communities through rock climbing. We've had success helping people with depression and anxiety. We've got a lot of feedback from people with those kind of issues and disorders coming to us and like, you guys really helped us. We love this community. You guys really helped me get through something really hard in my life.
King also says that if you ever walk by one of their gyms and curiosity gets the better of you, don't be afraid to walk in and give it a try.
So if you were just coming off the street, coming in, and you're like, you know what, I want to rock climb today. All you really need to do is hop on the wall and try. That's really it. If you're able to climb a ladder, you're more than likely able to climb a wall.
For more information on Nosotros' rock climbing gyms, visit their website at gonosotros.com. TV20 is streaming live 24/7. Visit TV20cleveland.com to see our live feed and more. Stay connected with TV20 wherever you go by liking and following us on Facebook and Twitter. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page to watch our numerous programs. Thanks for watching. I'm Dan Monroe. Be sure to stay tuned for more on TV20. We are Cleveland.